is introduce to you who I consider to be one of the greatest governors in the state of New York. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to do great things for this district, but we can't do this alone. We're going to have Malcolm Smith, we have the other leaders of the state senate who are going to be part of the new paradigm in Albany, but we need to have a partner in the governor's office that's going to help us. And that's why we need Governor Paterson to continue to do the great work that he's doing. So it's my, let's say, with great pride and respect and deep affection that I now introduce to you our great governor of the state of New York, David Paterson. David.
Thank you. As I stand here today, I am really shocked. If I had come to this room when I was growing up in Long Island and saw so many people in this room and that they were Democrats, I would have thought we had all the Democrats in Suffolk in one room. And Nassau. It was almost impossible to run candidates back in the 60s and the 70s when I was growing up and first got involved in petitioning and going door to door and helping candidates. We knew we were going to lose. We just wanted to look graceful. So to fast forward to today, standing here in 2008, on the verge of all kinds of history that will be made in this country on Tuesday, I just have to thank Rick Schaefer for this tremendous turnout here. I saw Senator Smith sneaking over here. When he kissed me, he took my wallet, you know. That's how our relationship worked. He came out here and made promises, and I paid for it. But I can't think of a better thing to invest in than having the Democrats take the New York State Senate and Malcolm Smith being the new majority leader. And you know that this must be important because there's almost no reason that Eric Schneiderman and I don't give up a Jets game. 8 years ago, two men promised us that lowering taxes alone would magically reignite the engine of our economy. They promised us that giving back billions to the already rich would bring America more prosperity. And I'm talking about George Bush and Dick Cheney. And then when they, let's just say, got into office, because I'm not exactly sure how they got into office, we look at the results. Thousands of companies out of business and going out of business. Thousands of jobs leaving this country and going overseas. State budgets wildly out of balance. More people going without food and shelter than at any time in the last 20 years. Entire regions of this country struggling for survival. Children going hungry. People thrown out of work. Others denied the opportunity to have work. And a people, rather than living at peace with ourselves as we were promised, we're more divided than ever. Region against region, class against class, the haves against the have-nots. So I think that we can conclude that we don't need another 4 more years of the last 8 years. 8 is enough. Let's elect Barack Obama, President of the United States. And many of us went to Washington earlier this week to ask for a second stimulus package to try to reignite the ideas of infrastructure repair, which this country has not addressed in 50 years. We want an extension of unemployment insurance during this difficult time. More food stamps programs, which are automatic economic development, as a dollar yields $1.73 of development from food stamps. Ways to help American people on the low end. They didn't negotiate any of these deals. They didn't create a subprime mortgage rate. They weren't involved in the mergers and acquisitions that brought us to this problem, but they are paying for it more than anyone else. And we were told when we got to Washington, we're not sure if President Bush will sign the stimulus package. We hope he does before the end of his term. But you know who said he's not sure that we should send more money back to the states? John McCain said that. John McCain. Obviously not a friend of any of yours. But John McCain is ignoring the fact that New York State in 2007 got back $61.2 billion less than we paid to the federal treasury in taxes. $61.2 billion higher than any other state. That number graduated by 45% in 2008. We have gotten back $86.9 billion less than we sent to the federal government. But John McCain's state, the state of Arizona, got $13.7 billion more than they sent to the federal government. Maybe that's why he doesn't understand the problems of other states. Now, which state received the most money per capita, more than they gave to the federal government? Alaska, with its governor running for vice president, not in the same league with Joe Biden. She is paling in comparison. But it's not just at the federal level that we need to make changes. Right here in New York State, these are serious times, and they call for serious action.